Tonight, Gotham's relying on one man to save us all.
Hey, what is going on, guys? My name is Slcmof and I'm back again with another video, and in today's video I wanted to discuss a topic that I kind of introduced on Twitter about Batman and the DCEU, and it got a lot of controversy, not negative or anything, but just people with differing opinions voicing their opinions on the issue. To me, I think the DCEU is really simple in terms of what it needs to be successful relative to Marvel particularly, and what I've said all along and what I will continue to say is that Batman needs to carry the DCEU, and he's really the only character that can carry the DCEU to greatness. And what I was explaining on Twitter is that Batman always works, and from the looks of Ben Affleck as Batman, he will be no exception. But you can certainly look at like maybe 1997 Batman and Robin and be like, oh well, people don't like Batman there. But here's the thing, Batman fills seats, right? And people like Batman, he's relatable, and people going to the movie knowing about Batman. Everybody on planet Earth knows Batman's origin story. Everybody knows his parents were killed, he became a vigilante, he was Batman, and everybody knows that. But not everybody knows Aquaman's origin. I mean, you get the point here. So here's the thing. Batman can single-handedly carry the DCEU to greatness. I'm very confident about that. And he should be the focal point of the DCEU because he's the most relatable and he works. And you look at a character like Superman, he does not work with everybody. Like it or not, I like Superman, I'm a fan of him, or whatever, but he doesn't work with everybody. A lot of people don't like him, a lot of people think he's a Boy Scout, blah blah blah, and Zack Snyder's interpretation of him is no different from the comics of that Boy Scout type kind of mentality. I think that people sometimes make the mistake of assuming that DC or Warner Brothers is particularly interested in recreating the Justice League from the comics and, really portraying each character equally on screen. What you have to keep in mind is that Batman is their biggest license, and DC and Warner Brothers are excellent businessmen, run by excellent businessmen and women that know how to make a lot of money. And the way that they're going to do that is by creating Batman and making Batman the focal point of this DCEU because he works, because he's popular, because he's relatable, because he's likable, and because that he can ultimately, carry the DCEU to greatness. And that's something that, Aquaman, Flash, they can't do that. They cannot single-handedly carry the DCEU in the way that Batman can. Batman's going to be getting his standalone movie. He's going to carry the Justice League, and he's going to be the star of Batman v Superman. He's going to get more screen time than any other character. And if you think that Batman cannot single-handedly carry the DCEU, then think about this. In May, there will be a movie from Marvel, and it will be about, Captain America versus Iron Man. And in May, moviegoers will have the clear and decisive choice. Do they want to see a movie where Captain America and Iron Man fight each other, or do they want to see a movie where Batman and Superman fight each other? And all projections are pointing to the fact that Batman v Superman will sell more tickets and make more money, even in this climate where the MCU has been going on for a decade and people are incredibly familiar with Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man and Chris Evans', Captain America. People are completely familiar with this. This has been going on for a decade, and Batman v Superman is projected to sell more. And it's not because it's new, it's not because it's fresh, it's because it's freaking Batman. It's because it's freaking Superman. That's why. Batman is an incredibly interesting and appealing character to the masses, and that is why he should be the center of the DCEU. DC knows it. Warner Brothers knows that, everybody knows that he should carry the DCEU, and he can do it. He's the only DC character that can do it. As I've said, Aquaman can't do it, Flash can't do it, Green Lantern, nobody can do it besides Batman, but he can, and he will. And if they know what they're doing, then they will make Batman the focal point of the DCEU, and if they don't, then I think the DCEU might be in trouble. So guys, DC is in big trouble, and I think that people underestimate it, people downplay it, people are like, oh, well, their movies are coming, DC is going to catch up. It's not necessarily like that, guys. I mean, Marvel is way ahead, miles ahead. They've got this expansive, rich universe that's filled with, IP that's unique, like Guardians of the Galaxy, stuff like that. DC has none of that, absolutely none of it, and Batman can save them, and he will. But right now, DC is looking at Marvel as if they are the enemy, because they're pumping out great, high-quality movies, great television shows like Jessica Jones. Meanwhile, DC has made Man of Steel, which got mediocre reviews. They're making mediocre television shows like Supergirl. They need to catch up big time, and if Batman does not work in the DCEU, then it is doomed to fail. So guys, let me know your thoughts about this commentary. Do you think that Batman should be the lead of the DCEU, be the focal point, or do you really think that everybody should get an equal amount of time? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Like the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe for more Batman Arkham Knight, Batman Telltale, and Batman v Superman coverage. We'll see you in the next one.